And
Yay!
I shaved last night, and I considered for more than a split second of just like showing up with like a handlebar stash. Like it was long enough. It was long enough I could have just like left it. I was like, we're doing the podcast tomorrow. It wouldn't hurt for like a morning, you know.
Yeah.
But I just
Was
I
it
decided against
filled
it.
out enough that it looked like an actual mustache, or was it kind of in the point where like
No, I
you're
hadn't.
trying? Was that the you're trying stage or the real
No,
stage?
like I hadn't shaved for like a month. It was full enough. I could have just
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I haven't dared to go without shaving for that long. I've done it for like a week before, and then it got scratchy, and I shaved because I hated it.
Well,
I couldn't bear it.
It gets
for too
it gets
long.
scratchy like right at the beginning, and then it like softens up as it grows up.
Of where it's actually
Yeah.
It's just like, do we want to deal with this? No. Anyways, that's not the point of this podcast.
Welcome
Hello.
back to
Welcome.
the podcast.
To the podcast. There's a lot that's happened since the last one.
A lot
recorded.
has happened.
So much has happened.
A lot I've also just like come up with on my list of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
I guess something that's on my mind, like, was on my mind last night that I just put on the list. I guess we can start with the new Hunger Games. Have you seen Hunger Games or read Hunger Games?
I have seen the first two movies, I believe.
Okay.
And I've read, I think, at least two or three of the books. I'm like mildly engaged in where I know I've read the first book. I'm pretty sure I've read the second.
They were like the teen girl romance novels that I was like actually interested in, because they're like they actually have like really good characters and a really good like message to them and stuff.
And they have more in it. Like, I read it and it's like, oh yeah, there's teen girl romance here, but there's also
there's a lot more
yeah. than just teen girl romance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it for the.
I found out about it
things.
from classmates in elementary school being like, oh, you know, Gail or PETA or whatever, and then I was like, oh, this is actually like really deep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I liked it. I don't like it for the same reason most people do. I like it for the same reason I like 1984 by George Orwell.
I like it. I like you know, it's unique. It's like it's very violent, but it's very anti-violent. You know.
Yeah.
And like
the message is very anti-violence.
Suzanne Collins.
It's anti-violence by showing how brutal violence is.
Yeah, it's like
that's kind of its vibe.
It's like, I know when the movie, especially when the movies were coming out, is like, you know, critics were like, why are you enjoying this? You know, it's like, why is this something that has become so popular? Is this bad? You know, which on the surface level, fair enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, the trailer for the new movie just came out yesterday. For
I have not seen it then, because I have not seen anything that recently from Hunger Games.
Well, so yeah, it's based on the newest book about Haymitch and the 50th Hunger Games, his
prequel.
his one.
Yeah.
But that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was the previous movie, because the trailer looks good. It's Ralph Fiennes as President Snow. Like, they've like just gone. The trailer looks really good. I'm excited for it. But the previous movie, I'm so glad that it looks like this movie does not have the same cinematography as the last one. Because I have thoughts about that one.
Oh no.
Basically, they shot like the entire movie on like a fisheye lens. And
Ooh.
and it
Why?
looks so.
Why would you do a whole movie like that?
Or like 90% of it is on like a fisheye lens.
Ooh.
And you haven't even seen the movie, and you're like, oh no.
I haven't even seen it, and that's a choice. That is a choice if I've ever heard.
I watched it for the first and still to this time the only time I've seen it was with a bunch of my college friends. And I had to pause it a couple times to like rant about it's like, why is his elbow so big? Why is
Why
you
are
know?
you doing this? Okay, continue the movie.
So it's like
Oh.
it's so weird. It's so weird. But the thing is, also, Hunger Games has one of my favorite cinematic choices like of all time. In the second movie, if you watch it on Blu-ray, it's not on like the theatrical version, I don't think, or normal streaming, but like the standalone Blu. It's not even on the like box set Blu-ray. Like if you get Catching Fire in like a box here, actually I have them. It's just so I can show you.
Oh, okay. For audio listeners, he is currently going back into his closet area. He's pulled out a couple Blu-ray things, and he's back. Okay, cool.
Because I was like, okay, I want to watch Hunger Games with my college friends. So I just got like the four movie collection from like Walmart on Blu-ray.
The pack, yeah.
But it's, for some reason, Catching Fire is not the IMAX version on here. Basically, Catching Fire has an IMAX version where the entire first half of the movie is like standard, like 2:3:9, cropped aspect ratio, and then
I remember you telling me about this, yeah.
and then after
when she comes out of the
when
tube,
she's coming
right,
up the
into
tube, it like grows to IMAX and stays that way the rest of the movie. IMAX,
the rest of the
IMAX
movie.
a lot of the time feels like a gimmick, you know?
Yeah.
Like there are movies that like
But
deserve, if you see like
that's impactful.
if you see like before and after images of like Dune Part 2 of like the IMAX version and then like the Blu-ray, it's like, oh, this movie needed IMAX. Like like that used
to make
IMAX
it
to its
feel
full potential.
grander.
Yeah. Chris Nolan uses it a lot too. But then you get like the Marvel version where it's just like on Disney Plus,
you can see
on Disney Plus
more.
you can have like on Disney Plus there's like, you know, the IMAX version where it's just like 4 or 5 times throughout the movie during like a big action scene, it's just like bigger. But it just feels like it feels like a gimmick. It feels like, okay, action scene time, widen the screen. It's not a
wow.
There's no, you know, real
There's no
purpose.
like real direction behind it. It's just like plaster. It's like
just
companies
throw
when they're
IMAX
like,
on it and we'll
AI!
get just throw IMAX on it and
IMAX!
we can get the cinema buffs or whatever. But no, but yeah, Catching Fire does it really good because it's like, you know, you're outside the arena
like
the whole
an
time.
actual
Like the second you like enter the
purpose,
arena, it's like,
yeah.
okay, it's not like a movie anymore. There's not like that separation of like the black bars. It's like you're in the arena
in
with
the
her.
Hunger Games. Yeah.
But for some reason, it's not on most of the standard releases. Like it's not in the box sets or whatever. So I had to buy Catching Fire again separately to get
Alone, yeah.
to get. It's not even like advertised as like a 4K as like an IMAX version or it's not like on the 4K. It's like the standard. It's like the Catching Fire Blu-ray, but only the standalone one. But
That's strange.
variable 241 and then 178 aspect ratio. That's right. Oh, speaking, yeah, This is a wide lens. This is a fairly wide lens. If you can just tell like, I think this is like a 12 millimeter or something like that.
Because it likes to make things go like,
yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what a super wide lens is, that's kind of what it does, especially up close. They shot the Hunger Games movie. They shot that one on like a wider lens than that. They shot one on a wider lens than this, and it's like, this doesn't look good.
So anything that's close to the lens is just kind of like.
I need to do. I thought about maybe like we could do kind of supplemental videos on this channel of like going a little deeper into topics like this,
into like very specific topics. Yeah,
I know
like,
when we get to the Godzilla
when
we get to the Godzilla binge, I want to there's a video I want to do like putting together the Godzilla timeline, because I realize just like explaining it to you is going to be a little interesting, because like the thing,
it's a bit of a topic in and of itself. It's like a whole hour-long discussion.
I want to do like the like the Charlie Day like like
Look at this.
Yeah.
Ah, this is how Godzilla works.
Yeah. I want to like
Works. This goes to this, which goes to this, which is why this works.
yeah. I want to do that just like in a like a drawing program, like one of my like software design programs or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like flowchart.
No, you should buy an entire bulletin board just for this and then expense it to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's a supplemental video I want to do when we get to the Godzilla bench. But also I'm realizing going in at like just like pulling up screenshots of the movie and being like, why is that like that? Look at his knee. Why is his knee bigger than his head? Yeah, there's like one shot I was like, they're like
where it's like from the bottom up,
where it's like snow and
like,
I forget what's her name
is the lady who says may the odds be ever in your favor?
No, his girlfriend, the
I don't know,
she was Snow White. Can't remember her name.
That's ironic.
Anyway, they're like laying in a field together, like talking, and like he's got like his arm like propped up on his knee, and the knee's like super close to the camera, and his knee is like bigger than his head, and it's like, bruh, what is this choice?
Fisheye lens. It's like what?
It seems.
Oh my gosh.
It seems that they've possibly fixed that in the new one. So
okay, that's a good sign then.
Anyway. That was why I wanted to bring up the just right off
rant
the top
at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. So possible supplemental video on the channel soon of me just like pointing at screenshots of the movie and being like, why is that?
Look at those.
Why is that like that?
Anger. Speaking of choices that certain developments and companies have made on loved IPs, Halo campaign evolved.
Right. Yeah. That was a little bit ago.
So that was a little bit ago. What was your initial gut reaction to the release, to the reveal? Because I have my own thoughts, and I've seen a lot of the community's thoughts, but I'm curious to what you thought of it.
I was hoping for a Halo 3 remake first. Like I know Combat Evolved Anniversary
it has been leaked that they're doing up to Halo 3 in remakes in the same style in the future with a couple like 3-year intervals or something like that.
Well, I was hoping for like a Halo 3 Anniversary style of like I do, as much as like people kind of don't really like the Combat Evolved Anniversary like graphically. Like it's still the base game
because of the reusing of Reach assets. Yeah.
Well, it's just kind of ugly. It's like the Combat Evolved Anniversary was not designed very well, and they did Halo 2
because
really
the Combat Evolved is a different setup. Like Halo Reach works with Halo Reach aesthetics because of the atmosphere of Halo Reach. You can't just plug that into a different game atmosphere. With Combat Evolved,
that's what they're doing this time with Infinite.
Perfectly.
They're using Infinite assets.
With Infinite assets, not all of the assets are straight Infinite assets, and some of them have been thought to just be placeholders for now.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a decent chance that a lot of the assets are just going to be Infinite assets.
Yeah, and I did see some people. I didn't get a good look at the grunts, but a bunch of people are saying that the grunts are like from Halo 4, like the super chunky.
There's some like weird blending. Yeah, they're like a weird blend.
Combat Evolved Anniversary like wasn't done as well, but the thing about the Anniversary editions is that at the touch of a button you could swap between, the classic. It was the base game with a new layer of graphics on top that you could swap to if you wanted to.
That you could turn off if you wanted to.
Yeah. And like Halo 2 Anniversary was done really, really well, like where I preferred the Halo 2 Anniversary version, like the blur cutscenes
over the regular,
and just because Halo 2 is notoriously kind of like it was a notoriously rough development cycle, and it doesn't look very good. The base game
was scrapped together pretty quickly. That is the one thing that I am looking forward to a lot with Campaign Evolved is the cutscenes look So good. The cutscenes look fantastic. The initial entrance cutscene for the silent cartographer level, they did such a good job with the cutscene for that level.
I will say
it just
the flood. We haven't had the flood in a proper Halo game for a while.
No.
And we haven't had them in like HD at all. I think maybe Halo Wars 2. Halo Wars 2.
Yeah,
but that was not was not like a first person. You are in the room with the flood kind of game. It was
with the flood. Yeah. A couple community members on that point have gone into the reveal trailer because they haven't shown much just actual gameplay of the flood. But I was watching Hidden Xperia and he was trying to deduce what the vibe of the flood levels are going to be because he was looking desperately to make sure that they were still going to be like dark and scary and like a threat. And he found in one of the shots where they show like the monitor of like some graphics guy working on the levels or whatever.
Oh,
they
and
are
that,
actually
like the
panning over.
Trailer.
They're panning over the swamp scene, the swamp level.
3 for 3.
I'm forgetting what it's called. That one. And it looks like scarier than the original. It looks dark. It looks like grungy. That's something I'm looking, because like I feel like they're reusing infinite assets. This is my personal like, if they're reusing infinite assets, not amazing, but if it looks fantastic as a whole and the vibe is still there, and if the colors are still right and all of the like ambience is still there, and if the sound effect and the sound box is still good, and if the cutscenes are great, like reusing infinite assets, I don't like it. But if they do everything else right and it feels like a really solid reinterpretation of the game, I'll probably enjoy playing it. Realistically, I don't know. I've played the original Combat Evolved and I played the Anniversary Edition as well. I was a little more partial to Anniversary Edition because it just looked better and I like the Reach aesthetic. Halo Reach is my favorite. That's gonna get me flamed. But look, I was never an OG Halo player. I only got to play Halo after the Master Chief Collection was released.
Same, but I still prefer the original.
I know, but like, I never even had like I know that's gonna get me flamed, and I understand the anger with like, oh, they reused all the Reach assets for Halo Anniversary.
It's not that they reused assets as more of it. It's just ugly. It's like all of the Forerunner architecture is just like
it was a bad
over designed.
It was a bad port of the Reach assets,
and that's something that's something I know that people point out because they've been doing silent cartographer in all the trailers, that like this is the only level we've got to look at, and everyone's like, the Forerunner architecture still doesn't look
just
right.
Looks like Halo Infinite. It still looks like Halo Infinite Forerunner architecture,
because in the original game, like, it was supposed
a lot
to
of
be,
the details for like, it was supposed to be like a ritual site. It was supposed to be
like stone. It was kind of symbolically like the stone gravestones, like
there was engravings
of an ancient
and stuff.
Civilization.
Yeah, and there was writing and text that you couldn't decipher. And then in the trailers and like the release material, the pre-release material, it's
all shiny steel.
Here's a metal wall. Yeah.
Well, it's not even that there was like engravings and stuff. It was bare and like cold, like it was like stone. It was supposed to be like, this is so grand, but so like, you know,
it was supposed to feel a little like dark and a little damp, a little forgotten, like a little like it's been abandoned for like a millennia or 2 or 3. But in the pre-release, it's just like, here's a brand new shiny looking metal wall.
It all looks like stainless steel, and
that I do agree with. That's a little disappointing to me. I mean, that's like the one visual thing that I really don't like. The other thing I saw was you can't
one shot the hunters. You can't one shot the hunters.
Yeah,
either.
well balancing wise, I mean, one-shotting hunters never made any sense to me. Balancing wise, it's a cool concept, but like it's just like just makes it feel trivial, I suppose, if you're good enough to do it.
You're really not making.
You're
not really not making it with the Halo fans in this, are you?
I'm really not going to make any OG Halo fans happy, but okay, no, I'll pull it back with this. The sprinting is a choice that I don't agree with. I do not agree with implementing sprinting into Campaign Evolved because Combat Evolved had very specific timing for audio cues, for visual things they wanted to happen when you cross certain thresholds, when you like reach certain points in the game. If you're sprinting through those sections, you're going to ruin the timing of those cues.
You're thinking from like a programming point of view, like,
not just a programming point of view, but a storytelling point of view. Like if you have a cue whenever you hit this point in the level,
like a dialogue,
to start an audio cue that once, like dialogue, or like if you're like rounding a corner and you want the audio if you want the music to swell at this point, you can time that easily when you can only go one speed. And that's what they did for a lot of Combat Evolved.
Well, also,
but if you're rounding the corner sprinting, it ruins the timing of that cue.
Well, yeah, the pacing of the first game in general is just like, you are discovering all of this for the first time.
Yeah,
like,
so you have to take your time.
I wouldn't mind sprint in like Halo 3, for example, where it's like this is the climax, this is a battle, this is like go, time is of the essence.
Go, yeah.
Combat Evolved, it's like, this is an ancient civilization that has just been rediscovered, and you are seeing all this for the first time, and you are like seeing the Halo ring and discovering all this architecture, and like sprinting through that is going to be like, it's going to kind of destroy like the discovery aspect. It's going to destroy the pacing of that, I think, just from a gameplay perspective.
What they could do to easily fix this, and this would be a little janky of an implementation, but they could make it so you can only sprint when you're in combat.
Okay.
And then if you're walking through the architecture, you have to walk. Like, they can't let you sprint through hallways because you need to experience the cues and the audio design and the visuals.
I know I would enjoy that as like a cool novelty idea, but I know it would tick off a lot of people.
I mean,
it
probably would, because
it wouldn't make anyone. It wouldn't make like the casual gamers happy.
It wouldn't make everyone happy.
Like, it wouldn't make
I think it would make. I think they could reason their way through it, though. Like if you just had like a little like no running UI cue at the bottom whenever you reach a certain point, like you have to take your time through here and look at it and experience it. Like for me, if they implemented something like that, that would just be a symptom of combating the like short the short retaining of someone's attention that people tend to have, the short attention span that people tend to have now. The worse and worse that gets over the years. I wouldn't mind if they did that, because I feel like that'd just kind of be combating.
You know what it's kind of reminds me of is like the like hallucination, like the Cortana and Gravemind like hallucinations from like Halo 3 that just like slowly you do a snail's pace that everyone hates so much after the first like run through of the game. Not even like like granted it wouldn't be that slow, but it's that
it wouldn't be
idea that like it's like I want to be in control, and you're taking control away from me is kind of the thing.
Yeah, and I suppose that's the other argument, where it's like, if you don't want to run through and ruin the audio cues, then you can walk. I suppose that's the other argument too. Like, if you don't want to experience Halo Campaign Evolved with sprinting, you can just unbind the sprint button.
Yeah.
If you really want to, like that.
But I wonder if combat's not going to be balanced then for that.
Maybe, but like, that's the other thing. Combat, they took away health packs. There's no health packs.
Yeah, I saw that. It's just recharging.
It's just recharging.
Granted, like, health has changed in like every Halo game. Like the way health has worked and shields and stuff.
Every single game.
Every single game.
I mean, I understand like wanting to keep it consistent with the thing it's remaking, but at the same time, like, if they made that choice for a logical reason, I'm not gonna. As long as they weren't changing it for the sake of changing things, then I don't really care. Like if they had a reason behind it, then I'm sure I could get behind it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a dev explain
the
that.
one major thing I'm looking forward to is the prequel stuff, like the prequel levels.
The extra levels.
They talked about extra levels with specifically character interactions with Johnson and Chief, and you think, okay,
that's
well,
gonna be cool.
What's the timeline of this? Johnson and Chief were both. Where were they right before Halo Combat Evolved? Reach, and that's like. And I think you pointed out that they're like they were talking about in the trailer, they were talking about like the prequel levels and then just like cut to like the cat armor in the background. That was like
in the initial announcement, they had like a round table of 3 or 4 guys, I think. Like a dev and some like executive or whatever. And they were talking about, we're going to be doing these prequel levels, which are stuff that's been like not scripted out, but like were planned for the original game, but they couldn't implement or like it just didn't fit. And we're going to be taking them, modifying things slightly and re-implementing them into the story as extra like prequel levels. And then as they were saying that last line, the camera cut, and behind the guy who was saying that was a statue of Cat's armor from Halo Reach. And I have the action figure back there, but it was like I saw that and I'm like, are you trying to hint something here, Mr. Halo developer? I think I saw somewhere someone said that it wouldn't be Reach, but I don't know if that was a trusted source or not.
I don't know, because like if Chief's involved, like he was in cryo on Reach. I don't know. We don't know how recent.
Yeah.
Like
how
like we don't know the timeline there, unless it's like I guess if you I must have missed that in the trailer, but if you said they're using like original concepts, then maybe they can pull stuff from like the Fall of Reach novel.
Yeah,
that
maybe.
had like Chief
I think
and stuff in them, right?
I know they were drawing at least in part from like because they have basically all of the development like concept art and stuff from the original games and concept like writings and storyline ideas. They still have all of that archived as far as I'm aware, or at least like enough of it.
A bunch of the Halo 2 stuff came out like. With like it was really interesting
and got dropped recently. But yeah, so if they do something like that, if they do it like on Reach or right before Reach, what also could be interesting is seeing like a less experienced Master Chief like in a game. I don't think we've ever had that before, like a Master Chief before the events of Combat Evolved. I don't think we've ever had that in a game before.
Halo Reach, let's see, Reach referred that lasted a whole month too. The Fall of Reach, from July 24th to August 30th. So there was
I don't know
like
what
I know in Reach they like will cut ahead, like they will have like individual missions throughout the siege, and then they'll like cut ahead a week or something like that, like throughout the game. As
I mean, I can't
team.
imagine Chief was in cryo the whole month, right? Like I can't imagine he was in cryo the entire month. I don't know the lore, but I mean, they could retcon that lore, like if they wanted to as well. Like like the Fall of Reach book is not like realistically they could act like Disney and just say no, we're gonna retcon that.
Soft canon,
especially if he wasn't directly involved in the Fall of Reach book or something. Like I don't know all the details, but like they could say this didn't happen in the book, so we're just going to fill the gap. All of that's possible, but tentatively I'm hopeful. I'm hoping they replace some of the soundbox stuff with stuff that's a little bit like closer to the original.
I remember,
and they replace some of the assets with hoping they were just like fillers for now, and they replace some of them with like remade versions of the actual Combat Evolved assets.
Yeah.
Fix
I
some
just
of the
realized
environmental stuff with the
the
Forerunner
Fall of Reach-
architecture, but other than that,
The Fall of Reach book's not even gonna work because they retconned it like so much when the game came out.
yeah, they retconned
I remember
yeah.
like the book fans were like so mad when Halo Reach came out. I think there's still like a divide in the fandom of like which is better,
Yeah.
Fall of Reach or the game.
The actual
Because
Halo
I'm
Reach
looking
game,
I'm looking at the brief like synopsis, and it's like Chief and Cortana. First off, I like in the game, like they get Cortana to the
they get
Pillar of Autumn.
Cortana out of the Forerunner.
They get Cortana the
and
Pillar
then
of Autumn
immediately
like
go to the Pillar
as
of
it's
Autumn and
leaving.
leave, yeah.
They like we need to get this off the planet. But in the
Now,
book,
yeah.
it's like in the book, Chief is awake.
They have her for a bit.
Partnered
Yeah.
with Cortana already and is performing missions on Reach.
So that part's probably already retconned. But then the question is, how long would Chief have been in cryo for while he was on Reach on the Pillar of Autumn? Like that's the big question. I don't know if that's ever been like looked into. Either way, they could go a lot of routes with it. I think it'll be interesting regardless, just to see more Sergeant Johnson, especially. But yeah, it could be really cool. It could be interesting.
Let's see the book.
I'm just hoping they.
Okay, so according to the
justice.
book, Chief was not in atmosphere. He was in he was on a satellite orbiting Reach to destroy a database that if the Covenant found, they'd be able to find Earth. And then
that makes sense.
the Pillar of Autumn. Let's see, the team they were sent to a Reach station in space, get put into cryosleep, then land on Reach and take off pretty much instantly. The brief little synopsis doesn't say why they landed on Reach. I'm not more
instead
of
of
fans.
just getting
Instead
them
of just
up
getting out,
to
yeah.
the ship. Probably because it was blockaded and it was probably like they needed to get out of the airspace.
Yeah, so I could see them maybe
the
doing
Covenant was
that.
just
I could see them
swarming the
maybe doing
planet.
that and just like not having Cortana there, like being like, because it said John saved 4 other Marines on the station, including Staff Sergeant Avery Johnson. So okay, so Johnson was stationed there, and Chief got him out as they were leaving. So Johnson. So Chief was sent. So let's see.
That could be the
Chief
line.
was sent from Reach to this station where there was some database that would lead the Covenant to Earth. So he destroyed it. And
Johnson was on that
took
satellite.
Johnson and other Marines that were stationed there on the Pillar of Autumn. They land on Reach and then get out of there.
Landed, got Cortana, left.
Yeah, I can see
line.
that how they can blend. Obviously, I haven't read the book, so I'm not sure if there's details there that would screw things up. But that
would be a really good way of them being able to reanimate. Oh, what would be so cool is if in those prequel scenes, like they show right at the end of one of those like prequel episodes, them landing on Reach, them like they see the like the things going over, not even the whole Noble team. They see like some of the Pelicans going over there that one of them has Cortana on it. And then like in the background of the shot, you see like the railgun, the like mini Mac cannon that Noble 6 was firing. You just see it going boom, 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 in the back. You just see it in the background, like a glimpse of it. There's like a little audio cue there. Like, oh, that could be so cool. That could be so cool if they do it right.
So the prequel stuff could have like Johnson and Chief like meeting and Chief saving his life.
Oh, that could be cool. Really cool actually.
If they are saying like, hey, we're pulling from stuff that was originally written way back when. Yeah.
It's possible. Anything's possible. That would be cool actually if that's the line they go. But
anyway, speaking of AI, have you heard of?
Oh no.
Have you heard? Elon Musk has a new project.
Oh God, what is it?
Grokpedia.
Oh, I did hear about this. Wait,
I heard about it from a John Green video like the other day.
I saw like a caption on it. I remember looking at it and going, "What the?" And then like literally putting my phone down.
apparently he was kind of upset with Wikipedia for saying some stuff about him. So he was like, well, obviously Wikipedia is wrong. So we're gonna make an AI driven version of it that's just gonna pull from Wikipedia anyway.
And just anything that's related to him is just going to slightly change to make him feel better about himself because he's the world's biggest loser. Oh.
Grokpedia.
That's actually incredible.
It launched October 20. Yeah, Grokpedia was launched on October 27th, 2025. It's an AI-generated online encyclopedia designed to provide a truthful and independent alternative to Wikipedia.
For the audio listeners who can't see me, I'm currently going.
There's a Wikipedia article on Grokpedia. which is just fun.
Wikipedia. Oh my God, there is. I'm gonna look up. I'm just gonna look up Elon Musk bad person. Views of Elon Musk. Here we go.
Many articles are derived from Wikipedia, with some copied nearly verbatim at launch.
That's crazy. Right. So, okay, this is. yeah, the views of Elon Musk page of Elon Musk is
wait, what?
Positive of him.
There's a
whole page.
Views of Elon.
There's a whole page.
Views of Elon Musk.
In Grokpedia called Views of Elon Musk. And it's got like a political ideology, core principles. This is incredible. Elon Musk applies free principles thinking to political and societal issues, breaking down complex problems to their fundamental truths and reasoning upward from there, rather than relying on analogies or conventional wisdom. A cornerstone of Musk's principles is free speech absolutism, which I'm sure is why you built your own AI-driven version of Wikipedia, so you could change what your things on yourself say.
Yeah.
Right, Elon Musk?
At least the first sentence of the article is fairly accurate. Elon Musk, founder and CEO of SpaceX and Tesla, commands sharply polarized public views.
Yeah, a bit of an understatement, but yeah. Yeah, that's realistic.
I didn't even have anything I wanted to say about this. It's just like it just took me off guard.
It's just funny. This is just funny.
It's
Musk champions meritocracy as essential for competence and civilizational advancement.
Because the thing about Wikipedia, like I've heard a lot of people say, and I think it's really true, that like high school teachers have done a lot of damage to people's perception of Wikipedia as like a reliable source.
Yeah, because it's actually fantastic.
It's actually
wonderful.
Like I watched a video of like John Green, like just absolutely. That's why I found out how I found out about Grokpedia was a video of like John Green just like absolutely glazing Wikipedia because it's like hey, actually this is actually like well maintained and like there's standards set in place for like correct information. Everything is cited.
A very large amount of like security protocols and like maintenance on Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm. The idea that you can really
nice. I've donated to Wikipedia
you can just
a few
go
times.
in and like just change something on Wikipedia for the heck of it is like actually
it's just not true.
Not really true because there's so many people. There's so many people that just like are dedicated to like actually making sure
there's people who are experts in their field who will keep tabs on like 3 specific pages of Wikipedia and make sure that nobody screws with them. That's like they do that in their off time.
Mm-hmm.
They just check that Wikipedia page and make sure, yep, this is still correct. This is still correct. This is, oh, someone changed that to a wrong thing. Let me change that back because I'm the admin of this page. Like that's their whole,
Mm-hmm.
that's what they do. It's really fun. Wikipedia, it is one of it's in the same lens for me as Internet Archive, where it's like absolutely essential that we have it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like built on stilts. It's crazy. The fact that it hasn't been like, part of it's great that it hasn't been institutionalized and it's still public facing and it's still like run by like a giant community, because that means it's held accountable by so many different people and it's not just oversaw by like the U.S. government or something. If the U.S. government controlled Wikipedia, that'd be a disaster.
And it's so like transparent because you can just go to the history and go to the talk page and it's like, does something not look right? Well, you can go and back and see how the community got to that, like
how it looked over time,
where the edits went and what the discussion behind it was. It's just like,
it has its own like Wayback Machine essentially, specifically for Wikipedia pages, and it's wonderful.
And I know for like ongoing events and stuff, like they will like specifically lock down the page until like more clarity has come out. Like I know like the Trump rally in Pennsylvania, the assassination attempt.
Oh yeah.
I know I was like looking at I know I was like looking at the Wikipedia page and it was like, you know, the talk page was basically like, we don't know this yet. Like it was like people going in, changing something about the article and then instantly changing it back and then like going back and forth. It was like, because we don't know. We're like verified sources only. Like it was like,
yeah. Do not use Newsmax as your source. Do not use podcasters as your source, please.
Well, it was like so early that like podcasters weren't even making stuff about it. Like, it was like it was like news articles were barely coming out of
information
like,
was
investigation
like
on
very scarce, and people were just throwing stuff at the wall. Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool that Wikipedia is there. They're like, you know, we are going to make sure that information is accurate and it's also like just insanely like, yeah, it's well done.
Wikipedia, man. Instead of stupid things that probably shouldn't exist, let's talk about a very cool thing that's been announced that should exist, and I'm very excited for the Gabe Cube, and also the Steam frame and
Steam
the new
has
Steam
entered
controller.
the console wars,
Gabe
and
Cube.
Xbox is kind of screwed.
Xbox is dead. I'm just calling it now. Xbox. Well, okay.
Xbox has been switching for years. Xbox has been like, okay, we are a game publisher now, not a console manufacturer.
And they've been leaning with their consoles to become more like just Windows PCs with a UI on top of it, essentially. Like that's what they're planning on doing for their next console. It's just basically going to be a PC with Windows on it, with like an Xbox UI over top. But the problem is, if you take a Linux PC that's built for gaming with the exact same specs as a Windows PC that's built for gaming, the Linux PC will blow it out of the water every single time because Windows is built like crap.
Yeah. the issue for the longest time was like game compatibility, support on Linux. But I know a lot of people have like.
But now that Steam is building an entire public OS for it. And if they have their verification system, they're running anything that doesn't work through Photon, like they're developing this well. I'm excited. And I think they said it was 6 times the power of a Steam Deck. The Gabe Cube was supposed to be. Someone basically like reverse engineered that and figured out what's
the actual. We've been calling it the Gabe Cube. What is it actually called? The Steam.
It's called the Steam Machine. Called the Steam Machine. It's the Gabe Cube. It's
Let's see. GPU is
it's a box. That's what it is. I think they didn't actually announce what GPU was, but someone reverse engineered it and they said it was going to be a 7600, which is
I don't know these numbers.
last generation
gaming at
entry level.
4K resolution, custom AMD 6-core Zen 4 processor.
If you're willing to accept some AI upscaling occasionally, they said.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to run everything perfectly without upscaling, but honestly,
24 gigs of RAM.
Both Team
That's
Green,
more than my laptop has.
How many?
24 gigs of RAM.
Oh, that's actually really good.
That's more than mine. Valve claims the Steam Machine can achieve up to 60 FPS at 4K resolution in many modern titles, with internal testing showing games like Cyberpunk 2077 averaging around 65 FPS at 4K on medium settings with ray tracing enabled.
Yeah. It's not bad at all. I'm relatively impressed with how optimized they've been able to get that. And if you look at like when they someone pulled it apart and actually like took a look at the inside, the box itself, right? It's like an actual cube. Mm-hmm. Just the bottom like third is the actual components of the GameCube. The top 2/3 of it is just cooling. It's just like a giant heat sink.
I mean, my Switch gets hot, so I can see that. My Switch gets hot, so I can see why.
Yeah. That's literally like, it's basically like a laptop and like the bottom.
I guess computers can be very thin. Like like they don't need the whole
If you pack
cube
everything in together, you don't need a ton of chunk. Like the reason my desktop PC isn't like flattened down is because there's a bunch of space inside for air to flow through it. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's basically it. It is essentially a mini ITX PC that they've optimized.
I don't have
really
a Switch
well.
2. I just have a standard one. But the fact I could play like Hogwarts Legacy on here is like an achievement. It's an achievement. To be fair, it's it
doesn't look
crunchy
amazing,
port of Hogwarts Legacy, but it's
I've seen the side by side comparisons.
I got this before I got my gaming laptop, so
yeah. I feel like I'm excited for the Steam Machine. Sorry, GameCube. Because I think they're gonna end the console wars. Like
I mean,
best case scenario, they blow everyone out of the water
except Nintendo,
and nobody buys anything else except Nintendo. But like, it's Nintendo. I mean, even then, they've got the Steam. They've got the Steam Deck.
Well, no, the reason Nintendo has stayed relevant is for the exclusives, like Xbox and PlayStation.
Exclusive games.
Xbox and PlayStation have like given up on exclusives.
Yeah,
but Nintendo has like stayed.
And Steam is seeing, basically Valve saw that opportunity and said, look, PlayStation and Xbox have both completely given up on the thing that makes people buy their consoles. So we can just take their consoles, make them better, and make them more useful. And then make it access the entire Steam library, which now includes the entire PlayStation library and the entire Xbox library.
I have Master Chief Collection and Spider-Man PS4 like on my computer. So it's
on Steam.
Yeah, on Steam.
Me too. Yeah.
So it's for years, it's already been like that for the past 2 or 3 years at least. That's like, you get a good gaming PC and a Nintendo console, you can play 90% of anything. Like,
yeah.
And now it's just
that's kind of like
added,
I haven't used the only things I've played. That's the reason I haven't bought a Nintendo Switch 2 yet. Well, that, and also I'm kind of mad at Nintendo right now. But
a lot of people are
like, it's because the only things I would want to play are new Nintendo games. Which, what has come out for the Switch 2 that I care about right now? Legend ZA, which I can play on my Switch 1, and eventually the Metroid game, and eventually the next Pokemon game.
Metroid. Oh, Metroid.
That's it.
Oh no.
That's it. Like that's it for me.
We were so close to launch. We were so close to launch. Have you seen the Metroid? Did you see the new Metroid Prime 4 trailer?
No. Oh no. What happened? Oh no, what happened?
Quippy Marvel NPCs in a Metroid game.
What?
whose entire built an entire genre based on isolation and like solo exploration and like
feeling like alone,
loneliness and
Did they add a Luigi to Metroid? Why would they do that?
It seems like it's also like the trailers before now have been edited like very specifically
to remove them from those scenes.
Not remove them, but just cut around them. I think the only reason that they came out with the trailer the same day that the review embargo dropped for like pre-release gameplay footage, like the IGN gameplay footage and like
because they knew it was gonna happen, so they needed to just make it look like they weren't covering it up.
Yeah, so they released a trailer. They're like, and now there's like follow characters and stuff. And the first time I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, cool. They added like Halo Marines. Like that could be fun. Like Halo Marines are like a quirky, fun part of Halo. You know?
Yeah, that could be interesting.
But then like in all
like little robot helpers.
But in all like the uncut gameplay footage, it's just Marvel quips. And the guy that can't shut up. It like the first
Spider-Man.
So the first mission when Samus gets on the new planet, like obviously she explores a little bit on her own right at the beginning, and then pretty soon comes up on like a engineer. They call him the engineer, like a engineer guy who's like stuck, and it's a escort mission. If he dies, you get a game over. You have to restart the escort mission. It's an escort mission for this super annoying like nerdy engineer character, and like I'm a nerd and I can and like I'm not afraid of saying that like these kind of characters can be really annoying at times.
Yeah,
so it's an escort mission for this guy.
If you're a nerd and you have a bunch of really specific interests that you want to talk about, you need to know when to shut up.
Yeah,
that's the critical part. You need to know when it's not the time.
Yeah, but. So it's an escort mission with this super annoying guy that you can't leave behind. And then after you get him to the location, he opens up a comm link with Samus so that he can continue to spout stuff in your ear.
It's just Alphys from Undertale. No! I don't want Alphys in my Metroid game. I don't want Alphys. Okay, you know what? That's...
Do you watch Arlo? Have you seen Arlo?
I've seen Arlo, yeah. I think I'm subscribed.
He's one of the biggest Metroid fans
videos,
like on YouTube, and his reaction video to that was like...
Is he angry?
More depressed than anything.
That's amazing. I mean, yeah, that's disappointing. Now I have less of a reason to buy a Switch 2.
Yeah.
But
I was really hoping they'd get 2 and 3 on the Switch at least by this point as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I suppose we should also talk about the Steam Frame. I don't know how much you know about the Steam Frame. Or like, I know you're not a big VR guy or anything.
I'd like to try it out. It's just very expensive.
I have my Quest 2 here. This thing is many years old in terms of hardware at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I have been thinking for a while.
I'd love to do like Echocraft in VR. Like for me, I wouldn't.
It's very
fun.
Fun.
Use it enough unless I got hooked. Unless I got hooked, like I wouldn't use it enough. Like I wouldn't game in VR by default.
Yeah, it
would be a novelty.
Still niche.
It would be a novelty for me. It'd be like, oh, let's see this Minecraft world that we've been spending. Like let's spend like a couple hours. Let's spend a couple hours on the server in VR and like check out the builds in VR. But yeah,
I don't have enough free time to make the most out of my VR headset. That's the problem. That and also
maybe Beat Saber. Maybe get some exercise with Beat Saber.
Beat Saber and doing it for exercise purposes is very fun. I found something I really enjoy doing is I like playing the Vader Immortal series and doing the training dojos for exercise because I feel really cool and I actually like get really active in it because like even you can just like go like this.
Yeah.
But like I tend to whenever I'm in VR and like doing Vader Mortal, I'm like I am all over the place.
People, audio only listeners,
make sure
you need to find that clip after you finish.
I have to make sure I start in the very middle of the room, or I have a very serious chance of like walking into a wall and like cracking my hand open by accident.
Or your like shelf of action figures.
Just completely obliterate them. But the Steam frame looks very cool. Because it's basically the same. It's just a computer running Steam OS, and then they've taken all the stuff they learned from the Index, shrunk it, put it inside a headset that's smaller and lighter, put the battery pack on the back so it's more comfortable, and then made it inside out tracking, which means it's standalone. And there's a dongle that comes with it. It's just a Wi-Fi dongle that's specifically built for the Steam frame that you can plug either into a Steam machine or a regular computer, and you can run everything off of your computer that's stronger than the actual frame as well. Mm-hmm. And it can run any VR games on Steam, obviously. So it's like, I've made a promise to myself, not a promise, but like this is my line. If they can get it under $700, I'm getting it.
See,
almost guaranteed.
See, if the Switch 2 at like, how much is it? $400 to $500, $450, something like that. If like that's too expensive for like a console, for me, for like an actual console that I will spend time with, I'm not going to spend $700 on a novelty item.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like $700 would be rough for me, but I would understand, and I'd be like, there's a lot of games on Steam VR, like on the Steam platform, that I would like to try, and I'd like to play like experiences and stuff. There's like a couple like mech games that I'd like to play in VR, and it would be a lot better experience than trying to like link it through my Quest 2 or something. And plus the hardware, I'm sure, is like much better fidelity wise and stuff. Like I do have like genuine reasons to want to upgrade to like something cooler and try out like cooler experiences with better resolution and fidelity and stuff.
If I'm only really going to use it for like Beat Saber, I'd probably get like a budget one.
Yeah, they would dominate Meta and all of their line if they could get it under 500. If they could get it to 500 or under, Meta would never sell a single headset. Like, I don't know if it's possible for them to do that. It looks like it might be barely. Like, they might barely be able to do it. Just based on like looking at it, but they just have so much packed into it that I have a feeling it won't be any lower than 400. There's no way it's going to be lower than 400 unless they like have a second model that has like the eye tracking removed and like the resolution's a little lower and maybe the battery life's a little lower, and they just strip a couple little like features out and they release one that's a little bit cheaper.
You know what I want to get actually is like one of those that you can like slip a phone into, like one of those like bare bones headsets that you just like slip a phone into.
Yeah, those are like, just to like see things. Yeah. Those are they're something. Those aren't usually super those hurt my head after a while. I've used a couple of those. They're like that hurts my face. I mean, even the regular Quest 2 hurts my face sometimes because it's just so front heavy. That's the one nice thing that I really like about the look of the Steam frame right now, is because the front is so thin.
It looks like a sleep mask. Like,
yeah, because the battery pack's on the back. So they balance the weight between the front and the back by putting the whole battery pack on the back. Which looks really nice because that's not what they do with the Quest 2, and it makes you want, like, if you let your head go limp, you just go like that immediately with the Quest 2 on. But with the Steam frame, it looks like you would be able to like reasonably like just keep your head straight because it looks balanced is my point. It just looks like a very well designed VR headset, and if I'm ever going to upgrade my VR headset to try some newer stuff with newer fidelity, and stuff that can access a Steam library potentially, I'd rather buy the Steam frame than anything from Meta.
Yeah.
That's kind of my line. I'm not gonna upgrade from a Quest 2 to a Quest 3S. No, I'm not gonna do that. The Quest 2, I bought the Quest 2 before they were acquired by Meta, and now it's a pain because it's owned by Meta now. And that kind of made me a bit sad because I like had to sign in with my Meta account and I had access to my Facebook data and like, oh, would you like to friend these people in my Quest 2? Like, no, I don't want to friend people on Facebook. I'm playing Beat Saber. But yeah, if I ever do upgrade a VR headset, I like seeing what the frame actually is capable of. I'd heavily consider it if they can get it under like a minimum, because I'm not gonna pay more. Like my under 700 line was like, I won't buy it if it's above this line.
Yeah.
But like the under 700 is like, if it's under this number and I'm like, okay, I want to upgrade my VR headset for like a couple of things that I'm interested in, I would consider the Steam frame, and I would consider it heavily because it seems like a good option hardware wise.
Yeah.
The controller also looks cool. There's not as much to say about that, but it just looks like a nice controller, and it has Hall effect sensors. I'm very excited about that. But
I don't like it. Does the PlayStation stuff thing with the sticks where they put both the sticks like in the middle?
Yeah, but I'm a PlayStation stick user, so I like that. I'm a PlayStation guy, so I like that. I'm fine with that. That makes me happy.
They did it with the Steam Deck too.
No,
and like I haven't played this.
I'm just glad it looks like you can pull it apart.
Like I have a bunch of Nintendo friends, and they're like one of them got a Steam Deck and is like, I don't like this. I don't like the stick layout.
Yeah, I have a friend who has a Steam Deck. I kind of not played around with it. I didn't like actually use it a ton. I just kind of like held it and like fidgeted with it to see what it was like. I liked it. I liked the feel of it. I thought the weight was nice. It felt like a good size. It's definitely bigger than Switch 2. Not a Switch, or I assume a Switch 2 as well, but my Switch 1 that I have is definitely bigger than that. Everything felt nice. Like the Hall effect sensors, like the sticks felt great. The buttons felt good. I imagine it's the same for the. I'm considering getting the Steam controller to like complement my Switch 2, because I use my Switch 2 controller whenever I'm
I've got
plugging in a controller to my.
I've got like the Power A, like the licensed third party ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I have like an actual Switch Pro controller, like the official one from like a while ago, and it's a nice controller. Like the Switch Pro controller is great. It's a great controller.
Yeah.
I would like to know what the cost of the Steam controller is. If it's $70, no, I'm not buying the Steam controller. But if it's $40, okay, I might buy the Steam controller. Like, yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. It's like, I'm less excited about that than the other things, but it looks cool, I suppose. I'm glad it has Hall effect sensors. That's kind of where I'm at. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up before I brought up the last thing that I thought of?
Let's see. What do I have on my?
Yeah, what do you have? What do you have in your list? Because I know your list is long and inexhaustible.
Okay. This is less a discussion, more just like a fun fact. I saw a video of like, like radio towers, like the radio towers, like they've got like fences around them to stop you from like going up and touching them because there's a lot of electricity running through them. Turns out, I saw a video of like some people doing like taking like a sausage like on a really long stick and being like, oh, this is what would happen if you went up and touched a radio tower. But the cool thing, like obviously, the sausage just gets like eviscerated, like super burnt,
exploded. Yeah,
not exploded. It like
it doesn't. It won't actually explode, but just like
it's just
sizzles.
But it sizzles. But like the sizzling creates radio sound waves, and so you can hear like FM radio or whatever. Like
that's crazy
from in the sizzling of the sausage. It's really
crazy.
because it's an electrical frequency, and so if you're like it's like a Tesla coil. You can make noise with Tesla coils, and you can make
they're sending the information to the tower digitally. So of course it's going through electrical signals. So if you hear the exact same,
it's the same. It's the same idea as like making music through Tesla coils by changing the amplitude or frequency. Frequency. FM is frequency. AM is amplitude. But yeah, by changing the frequency, you can change the pitch of like a Tesla coil and make music. So if you go up and like, if you touched,
and you could hear it audibly, you didn't need like an instrument, like an instrument.
You hear it from the sizzling zaps on the sausage. You hear it from the burning sausage. And so,
imagine walking up to a tower, touching a radio tower, getting electrocuted so hard you probably die.
And then all the comments were like,
"Welcome to 104 Murph Radio."
I like all the comments were like, I love the idea that if this is the way I died, that I would hear like Mariah Carey, like "All I Want for Christmas."
I don't want to laugh for this.
I knew you'd be the death of me.
She unfroze and then electrocuted me. That's what happened.
I use Spotify more than when I'm driving. I haven't checked the radio in a while, but it's probably Christmas right now.
It's probably entirely. Although for me, jeez, that's maybe the best fun fact I've ever heard.
I'll find the video for you because it's. It was the slow. I think it was the slow-mo guys. Slow-mo guys were doing. Slow-mo guys are cool, it was
that is cool.
It was some people had done the video because it was a guy who. So it was like a guy whose job it was to maintain the radio towers, and so he could get in and do like fun experiments like
access.
that. So he did a video like that, and then the slow-mo guys like did a video with them to do it in slow-mo. So I found out through the slow-mo guys video, but I need to find the original one.
Oh, that's such a cool idea.
Let's see what
that's
radio
cool.
station's playing.
Yeah, see, I've never gotten close to a radio tower. I've been right under internet towers before.
Mm-hmm.
For various reasons that I'm not going to specify on because it could be dangerous in terms of doxing.
Yep, they're playing the Grinch. They're playing the Grinch on my local radio right
Of course they are. But internet towers, the phone towers and internet towers don't do that.
Yeah.
To be very clear. Like, they still have fences around them because
they're actually lifted off the ground.
Like,
they're actually lifted off the ground by like 2 or 3 feet of like a cinder block. There's like 2 or 3 foot tall like cinder block to keep them off the ground and ungrounded.
Oh, to keep the signals from just going down into ground.
Yeah.
Okay. So the entire tower is electrified.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's why
that's actually insane.
Yeah, the slow-mo guys.
That's
why you
wild
shouldn't
to me.
touch a radio tower at 200,000 FPS.
I believe them. That does not happen with internet or phone towers because it operates a bit differently. But that is wild. Oh my gosh,
it's so cool.
That's really cool, but wild.
Okay, yeah, the slow-mo guys had the original video linked. So it's by.
So that means I assume that means they have to shut everything down to do any maintenance. Then, like they'd have to.
Probably, yeah. It's by Geerling, Geer Geerling Engineering on YouTube, recording radio with the light of a burning hot dog.
Right. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, slow-mo guys. I appreciate that. That's something that happens, I suppose. That's amazing. That's just like a visceral thought now, like touching a radio tower and just like zap, just gone. Your hand's just gone. Ooh.
Yeah, one of okay. Imagine dying with a McDonald's commercial running through your brain. That was the comment I saw. Some of these are really finally a real ham radio.
That's amazing. A corporate America at its purest, electrocuting you while they pump you with ads. Oh, that's. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Oh, that's. I never knew they did that. That's just crazy.
Okay, apparently one of the comments is like quoting the video, like timestamp quoting the video. I didn't watch it all the way through, so I missed this. Makes me wonder if we were the first people to hear the words of Jesus through the medium of corn dog.
It's amazing. I assume it must have just randomly picked up some biblical reading or like some Christian music
Christian
or something.
Channel, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That is incredible. Look, this is our prophet, corn dog. He can hear
okay,
God.
a lot of people are quoting that in the comments. Hear the words of Jesus through the medium of corn dog is a sentence I never knew I would
God.
ever hear or needed.
This is our prophet, hot dog on radio towers.
Anyway, you said you have one last thing to talk about. We've been speeding through topics. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, one last
and my battery
brief
hasn't
thing,
died
because
yet.
we are at 1 hour and 10 minutes. And I don't want to talk about it too much, because if I did, it would be spoilers. And I'm pretty sure you haven't played it, but Dispatch.
I don't intend to play
game. Yeah,
it's
a
very,
little,
very M-rated for me.
For me, it was under that line enough for me that I felt comfortable playing it. And I know you're not gonna play it, but the story, man, it's so well written. I mean, it's written by Ad Hoc, which is former developers from Telltale.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very Telltale style game. And it also was worked on in collaboration with Critical Role, which probably tells you everything you need to know. Which is why it is the way it is.
Yeah.
The main character is voice acted by Aaron Paul. And they feature a couple other really prominent voice actors.
From Critical Role,
the guy who plays
possibly
the guy who plays some people from Critical Role. The guy who plays one of the characters named Sonar is Moist Critical. Jacksepticeye voices a character named Punch Up.
Jacksepticeye, Moist Critical.
There's quite a few.
Okay,
really cool names
Laura
in there.
Bailey, Travis Willingham, Matthew Mercer.
Yep. They all the voice actors do incredible jobs. The story is really good. And Mecha Man, the main character, is Mecha Man. And this isn't really spoilers, because if you don't know this at this point, then you're not playing the game. But he is. Oh, do I have the? I don't. Where? I didn't. I put it somewhere. I don't know where it went. I had like a little 3D print of the Mecha Man suit. He is now probably my second favorite superhero of all time. Maybe first. Almost tied with Iron Man.
Really?
He is. The whole story of Mecha Man is he is just a random guy who bankrupted himself, literally put himself into financial ruin to upkeep this giant mech suit to defend LA.
So
that is the whole story.
So Iron Man, if he lost his money.
Iron Man, if he didn't have infinite money, essentially.
Yeah.
But on top of that, his character is so pure. Everything he does is because it helps people. Like, the reason he put himself in financial ruin is because he couldn't imagine doing anything other than helping people as Mecha Man. That is his entire line. It's much more complex than that, because he loses his suit and he becomes kind of depressed, and he has to kind of work through that and rebuild connections with people and rebuild the suit in the process. And it's a whole thing. And they even have their own mythical power source called the Astral Pulse, which is basically their equivalent of the arc reactor. I am actually I'm building my own little 3D printed version of it. It's very bright with the T lights in it. but I'm building my own little 3D printed version of it because I kind of want to make like a 3D printed like full like cosplay of him, because it's like much easier to do than like an Iron Man suit, because it's just basically like a couple like a couple chest pieces and a couple arm pieces and like some like a mask essentially. That's kind of, and you can tell that everyone in there really cared about the project and really put their all into it, because the lines are fantastic. The story is very well written. It is definitely an M-rated story, but it's like I've said this before in a different capacity, but it's M-rated. It's not just for the sake of being M-rated, right?
Yeah.
Every time it crosses that boundary into being M-rated, being like really violent, or there's a lot of swearing kind of for no reason, but that's also just like the personality of the characters. For the most part, there's some that don't swear at all. There's Chase, just like every other word he says is the F-bomb. It's like basically there's like a whole gag at the end of it when he's being interviewed by a reporter. He's like, "Can I swear?" And they're like, "We can cut it out." And then he like every single other word is, and they're like, actually I'm hearing we can't bleep that out, so maybe but it's every like moment where that happened, where like they cross that line, it means something to the story, right? There's something important about it. There's something that builds a character's personality, or something that furthers the plot. And it's very like, it covers a lot of themes that you don't see in like superhero movies, because they have to be T for teen, right? Like it's very, it's not mature in the way that Deadpool
is not a movie rating, but I will let that slide.
You know what I mean? It's PG-13, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's not mature in the way that Deadpool is mature. Like where it's just like Deadpool.
Yeah. Doing this because it's funny or whatever. Yeah.
Because it's Deadpool. It's very good. I've played all the way through. I'm actually going to be playing a second run of it, and I'm going to be like making all the choices that I feel like are in my head the canon run. There is no real canon run. But like the choices you make can vary the story so much. Like you can have completely different endings essentially, like based on how you play the game and what choices you make. And the actual gameplay itself, like there's actual gameplay scenes where you have to like move to like dispatch heroes and like put them in different missions and make sure that they succeed. It's very well developed. I enjoyed it a lot. I really enjoyed the realistic design. Like the thing I actually like latched onto, one of the reasons I really like Mecha Man is because the design of his suit, it's not like an Iron Man suit where it's like just around his body. He's more like the scaling of Obadiah Stane, where it's like his person is sitting in the torso and he's got fully robotic arms and legs, essentially, that are like larger than a regular person, much larger. But the way it's designed, it's like, it feels like half Gundam and half like actually quite realistic exoskeleton like design. It's like, it feels like if you have the powers, if you had like a real power source that could power something that big for an unlimited period of time, that is the way you design it. And like everything feels so well crafted in a way that feels like real. It just like, it's really hard to explain. They just did it in such a really nice way that like it made it feel important in almost every capacity. And there's characters that like you could genuinely, like even if they're on the good guy team, right? You could genuinely just grow to hate or love, like because they're written as people. I mean, the actual team is like a team of like reformed villains or reforming villains. Which is another really interesting aspect of it. But it's really well done. I just wanted to rant about it for a bit because it's such a good concept and it's just so well executed. And I'm glad that they like are getting recognition for it because it's a very well done story. It's very good. I
and like if that stuff is like in like purposeful, like if that kind of content is like purposeful, that like it's more likely that
there are a few that are like there are a few that are gags. But there's also like you can censor some stuff if you really want to. Like you can there's some censoring for like partial nudity and stuff.
Okay, that's good.
There's a couple moments of full nudity. But like there's like one really prominent one.
That's usually where
like
I
the
really
first episode.
And that's where I like really draw the line.
And like you can get that censored too, and it still gets like mentioned. But like there's one guy who his ability is he fully turns into like toxic acid, like his entire body is toxic acid, and as you would imagine, that melts his clothes.
Yeah,
like yes, it happens. But like that's his power set. Like that would happen with his power set. He doesn't have magical pants that don't get melted. Like Hulk. The Hulk does, where they like stretch and they don't like get like flung off. It's like it happens, but like there are so many clips of like Twitch streamers and stuff trying to stream the game like for like the first episode, and they're like, the censoring button, I'm sure it's fine. It was not fine. And then they get to that scene and they're like, pause.
Yeah. Well, it's like I know I mentioned last episode that like clear play, like the film, the movie, like kind of like censoring, like I know there's a big discussion about censorship and stuff, but like just on a personal level, like if I want to watch Gladiator with a few less gory scenes, like like that's the kind of thing that's like if the story's like good enough, then either through osmosis or like by going through like a cleaner version, like I can probably like the number one game I'd love to have like a tamer version of are the God of War 4 and 5.
Yeah, God of War is probably a little bit rougher in terms of like the gore than Dispatches. Dispatch is probably because it's also the style of Dispatch is it's cartoon, it's like cell shaded. It's comic book style in a 3D form.
God of War is super interesting because it's like the original trilogy of games were that they were violent for the sake of being violent. They were, nude for the sake of being nude.
It's the God of War.
Well, it's like the original creator of God of War hates the new games because they like walk back like the senseless violence and stuff, and is like, that's not who Kratos is. Kratos is like the original creator of God of War is like the like the core, like, of course it's violent because I want it to be violent or whatever. But then like 4 and 5 come and are like, okay, we're giving Kratos a son and we're making him like try to teach his son to have a better. We're like, okay, we had the Greek tragedy. Here is this man who's broken after that, and we're gonna turn him into a good person. We're gonna turn him into a father and like raise a son, and like he still kills, but he's like he does it because like he has to protect his family, like kind of the Bourne thing. I I really like Jason Bourne because it's like an assassin, like former assassin that would love nothing more than to like get out of that, but keeps getting sucked in by like people trying to kill him and stuff. That's really interesting. And God of War 4 and 5 were like that kind of thing. Is like, okay, there's this guy who's done terrible things. He acknowledges he's done terrible things, and he's teaching his son to be better. And I love that story. And the original design creator hates that. They hate that they got rid of like the senseless violence because that was the reason he made the original games. So like I don't ever, for that reason, I don't ever intend to play the Greek games, and I might play the Norse ones for the sake of like the we must be better thing. If there was like a tamer version. I know Amazon Prime is doing a adaptation that I might watch with clear play. Like like that's one of those stories that's like, I wish I could like enjoy it without some of this stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the nice thing about Dispatch. Like, you can't get rid of the implications a ton. Like, you can't get rid of like what it is. But there is a profanity filter. I'm pretty sure there's definitely a nudity filter. Like, they're not perfect. They're just like little black boxes that show up over them. But like, it helps.
It's better than nothing.
Suppose.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing. Like, they did do something for it. And that's kind of like where I'm at. It's like I didn't play with those on because I wasn't recording it or streaming it or anything. And like, if I really couldn't handle it, I could turn it back on.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it in the middle of the game. I didn't end up needing to because it wasn't super bad for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, profanity doesn't bother me at all. And the nudity was like infrequent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really like the story. It's very well done. And people are grasping and clawing for a season 2, including myself, because I don't know where they'd take it or how they do it. It's hard to do additional seasons of choose your own adventure games, because like, where do you start the next season from?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you have to play the first season and then it imports those decisions into the beginning of the next season? Because that then creates more things for them to have to record and develop and script and design. Like, if you're with this person, if you romance this person by the end of the first season, or this person versus this person, those are two completely different lines that you have to take with season 2. You basically have to make 2 season 2s or 3 season 2s. Like, how do you do that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like a very difficult thing to do, but if they manage to do it, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
One last thing I meant to bring up during the Hunger Game discussion, but I kind of forgot. But bringing it Gladiator again reminded me. Probably one of my favorite, and we can finish off the podcast here because it's been going on a bit. But one of my favorite cinematic like choices like ever, like one of my favorite like cinematography choices was in Have you seen Gladiator?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't watched it all the way through.
Okay. Well, it's like one of the last scenes. It's one of the last scenes before the final confrontation, but it's like, it's one of the coolest, like, visual. It's one of the coolest parts of Gladiator being like, of like film being like a visual medium, is like you can do stuff like this.
Yeah.
It's basically one of the last scenes where Commodus, like the emperor, son of the emperor or whatever, who like killed his father and became, you know, he's emperor. He's like talking to one of his like advisors, and his advisor is like, what will become of your sister the queen? Like, what will become of the queen and her son? And Commodus is like, if she does this, her son will die. If she does this, her son will die. If she does this, he will die. If she does this, he will die. And the scene, the scene plays
illusion of choice.
The scene. No, it's not an illusion of choice. This is him at his. This is like one of the last scenes before he goes into the arena with Maximus. It's like he is at the height of his power. He's not mincing words at all. He's like, it's just super evil and threatening, just like by itself.
Yeah.
And like the scene plays on like a whole like minute or two of him like
just
doing
listing things he can do
with his counselor
still die
to his counselor. Well, it's like he's like talking, he's like giving orders to his counselor, and he like starts walking down the staircase, and the camera's like following him from the front.
Yeah.
As like, if she does this, he will die. And then like two or 3 minutes into the scene, the camera does like a 90-degree like flip, and she's sitting there, and she's been in the scene the whole time, and he's actually been threatening her
just
directly. It's framed for like a solid minute or two of just like him talking, like giving orders to like this senator, this counselor, or whatever.
Yeah.
And like and it
flips around and it's revealed
on the flip of a
that she's
camera.
just like there.
It's like, oh, like, this is not like you know, him drafting orders to a counselor, this is a threat, and it changes the tone of the scene dramatic. Like obviously the scene, he's evil and stuff, and the scene is already like fairly, you know,
dark
from the beginning, but then it flips around and it's like, oh, that's one of my favorite camera moves.
This is bad. Yeah,
that's one of my favorite camera moves in any movie ever. It's just like this scene that like flips context in a single camera move, and both contexts are both like, oh man, it's really cool. Let me see if I can.
Actually,
I know
it's another one of those movies that like I really need to like. I had that kind of like, this is a movie I need to watch like soon. I had that with Interstellar, and then I watched Interstellar, and it like changed my life.
I still need to watch Interstellar.
Like, really, but yeah, it's like I watched it, and at the end of it, it was one of those pieces of media. And Dispatch kind of had this for me as well. I've had this with a few other games, but very few. It's one of those pieces of media where you just finish watching it, and you're just like. And for the audio listeners, I'm completely silent because that's the point. You're just staring.
You're just stunned
at the screen, like, huh? And then it's just like, okay. I don't know how to respond to that. Like,
yeah. It's like you're just so stunned that it's like that was it. You know.
That was that. That's something. That wow. Yeah. It was just kind of like that. Yeah, I had that whenever I beat Undertale recently. I had that whenever I beat Undertale, like the real ending of Undertale. The good final ending of Undertale. I had that. I was like,
yeah, am I not merciful scene, and the scene goes, okay, it's not as long. It's a full minute. It's like at the minute mark of the scene.
That's still crazy, like amount of time to like be listing ways that people will die.
Yeah,
that's still crazy.
Yeah, I'll send
it. Like an
you,
insane amount of time to.
And on the video podcast, I can like play the scene like silently, just so you guys can like see what I'm talking about. But yeah, that is episode 3 of the podcast, and hopefully we'll be uploading these soon. As at the time we're recording this, we haven't actually uploaded any of them. but each of them are like 200 gigabytes in size, just in video files. So I need to clear up my hard drive really soon. So
yeah, very soon.
But anyway, yeah, and I have a whole keep note document just full of topics we can keep talking about.
Yeah,
next time. But
yeah.
The camera,
thank you for listening.
The camera stayed on. It stayed recording. No, the battery didn't die.
The battery didn't die. It didn't stop the file recording. It didn't split the files into 17 different versions. Yeah.
So that's sweet, and hopefully we can keep that momentum up. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.
See you next time.
Bye.